Hey yo, what's going on, you guys? I know, another Transformers review. Part of the reason for that is simply because even though there are Marvel Legends I want, some of them have been there for at the store for quite a while, and they're still kind of highly priced. I mean, this one was higher than the price for this one was higher than that, but um, for Transformers, I've seen a lot more that I want, so that's what we're gonna get. Um, you know, more Transformers. So today we are doing. Well, I should probably grab the box. So we are doing Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie, and as you can see, you got a nice, cool picture of Soundwave there, and you got Soundwave with the Decepticon logo, Transformers Generation. You got the Bumblebee logo. On the top, you got the Bumblebee logo. On the side, you got 83 Studio Series. Another picture of Soundwave, and then you got a picture of Soundwave here, and it's transformed mode, and then you got a little bit of a bio that says the fate of Cybertron has sealed. The Soundwave orders the Decepticons to launch a final attack, causing the Autobots to fall back. And then on the side, you also got that, and there would be a logo here, but anyways. So here he is in a transformed mode. Now, I'll be honest, I could probably show you guys how to transform him, but it would take a really long time. And I do apologize for not showing how to transform them into their alt mode. Part of the reason for that is simply just because I kind of have a hard time, or, at least with RC. RC is fine, actually. I could probably show you how to do that. But the two Studio Series I got, which is now Soundwave and Ironhide, the instructions, I couldn't even follow the instructions for Ironhide. I had to watch a video for that. And for Soundwave, I was able to do it, but it's not really technically complete because there's some parts of it that aren't really like connected the way they probably are, and but here he is. Apparently, he kind of just transforms into this kind of ship. It's all right. I know a lot of people were like, well, why isn't he why isn't he a giant, tape recorder or whatever? And I get that. Personally, for me, I think going forward, they probably won't do that simply because, they want it to be a little bit more, I don't know, just cool, and maybe some people wouldn't find that cool. I don't know. I'd be fine with this if this was executed better, because this is really I get cars and stuff like that, right? You're not supposed to look, under it, but this is, I'm guessing, supposed to be a ship, so you're supposed to fly it around. Well, you're going to see the underside, and although it doesn't look horrible, you can, kind of see everything. So there's his alt mode. We won't get into the details yet of how he looks until we transform him. But we will talk about his accessories. One of his accessories is a giant version of basically the same picture as Ironhide, I think. No, it isn't. It's a different picture, but it's still of Cybertron. So there you go. It's a giant version of a diorama for that. It's got Transformers and 83. I know that, the Autobot logo is kind of the Transformers logo, but there's a part of me that wishes that for Decepticons, they would put the Decepticon logo and make some of this purple and stuff like that. So we'll get at least one of his other accessories out of the way. And this is his blaster, nicely sculpted. He got a blue handle for whatever reason, but that's supposed to be. We'll show that feature later. You got his cannon, but I will show you that when we're transforming, because there's a whole nother mode with that. So let's get him detransformed. So as you can tell, I didn't fully click these feet in, so let's see how well I can get this transformed back. if I can. That doesn't sound good. Oh crap. Get his arms down. Oh. There we go. Oh, ow. Sorry if it's taking a while, guys. You know what? Here, I will get you back when I am done. And here is Soundwave, fully transformed back to his regular mode. And so I mentioned earlier, I didn't show you this cannon yet, so there's his cannon, you know, pretty nice, reminiscent. So this is folded up right now. What you do is you actually do, well, not that far. Of course, if you wanted to go that far, you know, you could, but that's more just for like, and I will say these ports for them are like really, oh man, it is really hard to get them on sometimes. Because obviously you don't want to like pressure them or anything. But yeah, so there you go. So you plug it into his back here. And that works. And then his hand, although that does kind of get away in the articulation if you want to move it all the way up. But, and then his hand, you can't move the fingers, but you can very easily, you know, get all of him armed up. I do know that Ravage is out there, but this figure does cost a lot. So as much as I, you know, want to, you know, be like, oh, I have Ravage right here. And when I do the Ravage review, you will have a heavy amount of Soundwave in that. I just didn't want to add more. I'll probably honestly get it pretty soon. You'll probably see it like, you know, in a couple of days. But so there you go. But for now, I'm just going to take this off. So let's take a look at him. Clearly very inspired by his Generation 1 look. Now I have talked to you guys when I did my first Transformers review, which is of Ironhide, which we will show next to him. I don't actually have RC in her robot mode. I transformed her into her motorcycle mode the other day. Haven't done it yet. So I'll probably like cut back to when I have her transform into a robot mode for comparisons. But so yeah, you know, very inspired by his Generation 1 look. You know, there's some modifications, and that's what was really awesome about the Bumblebee designs and some of the Rise of the Beast designs. They're kind of changing it up in some areas, which is fine, I guess, because some of them do look cool. But I am hoping that, like, you know, with some of these characters, there's not changed so much that, like, we won't ever see their, like, Generation 1 inspired looks. But, like, this guy, for example, like, don't change this design. This design is amazing. But, you know, you have like, the movie influence, right? You have, like, this really cool, like, you know, designs all over him. And his face is, you know, slightly, you know, it is different from his Generation 1 look, but it's still just like his Generation 1 look, but cooler, I guess. Well, I shouldn't say cooler. Sorry if, you know, sorry if that offends any of you, but I find it cooler, just my opinion. So, taking a look at him, obviously all blue and white. You got a Decepticon logo, and so as you'll see in the Ravage review, that opens up. I will say that without something in there, or without this closed, that does look like a big hole in his chest, and it's probably not the greatest look ever. So, yeah, let's get into articulation. His head can move up that far. You can't see it. Can move up that far. Can move down that far. Can look side. Of course, if he looks this way, you can pretend he's aiming, I guess. You can look that way. You do got some like tilt and swivel. Shoulders can move all the way up. I mean, if you do this, you can move it all the way up due to transformation. But the shoulders also move independently, so the arm can move out that far. Can move back, that far. It's got a single joint elbow. It's got, I think, some. Does it have wrist swivel? I don't know, but it's also got swivel up here. Let me check. Doesn't have wrist swivel. It doesn't really have any articulation in the abdomen, but I'm fine with that. Legs can only kick out that far. They can kick back all the way, kick out all the way. Got an upper thigh swivel. A little more than a single jointed knee. His feet can move all the way down. They can only move that far up. They can kind of do that if you want to, do that. Can't move it to the other side though, and they do swivel. So let's look at comparisons here. You know what? I'm just going to show off Ironhide because you know what? Just is going to look better. So there is Soundwave. Let's get him up next to Ironhide. And as you can see, Soundwave towers over Ironhide. And I mean, to be fair, I kind of, Soundwave has always been one of the leaders of the Decepticons, and I always felt that, he has a great amount of power, even compared to Megatron. I can't. I think he's been second command to him. I'm not sure. I mean, I know like between him, Starscream, and Shockwave, they've all had second command. Even Barricade in the movies had second command with him. So, but yeah, there's the comparisons. I guess, if you want to see what it looks like when he's next to a Transformer in their alt mode, well, you can barely see her. She's there. So yeah. But even though I kind of wrapped up this review pretty quick, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully you'll actually get to see a DC or Marvel Legend thing finally. Peace.